Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our webinar today. We are going to be hearing from Dynamics eShop. They do e-commerce for Microsoft Dynamics NAV. We're excited, of course, to hear what they have to say. Just a couple quick pieces of housekeeping before we get started. First, we do record this and all of our webinars. So if you want to watch it again, or if you want somebody in your organization to get a chance to see it, it will be on our website by the end of the day, which is enovia.com. And of course, if you have any questions, type them into the question box. I will get them called out and answered for you. So without further ado, Naveen, I will hand it right over to you.
Okay, great. Thanks, Abby. And thanks everyone for attending this session. So I'll try to keep it very informative and brief for today's webinar. So quickly, I want to just run through a few slides to get you familiar with the key aspects of Dynamics eShop, and then I'll run through some product demonstrations, run through a few transactions, so you'll see some of the key elements and features of eShop product. So quickly, I'm like Naveen Pinnamaredi. I'm the key technical sales person at Dynamics eShop, and today I'll be leading this demo. So what eShop is? eShop is a fully integrated e-commerce solution. So it's a all-in-one e-commerce solution specifically built for NAV, and the eShop provides the whole front end as well as the real-time integration to NAV. So it's not just a connector, but it's a full-fledged e-commerce solution, both on the front end as well as the back-end management from the NAV and the integration. So eShop uses web services to communicate with NAV. So that gives the leverage of using all the rich functionality provided by NAV, like your prices, promotions, discounts. Any business logic that is already set up in NAV is readily available for the website. And we always have all the key elements stored only in NAV, so there is no need of doing like batch and sync process, primarily when it comes to the prices and inventory. And quickly, eShop offers different modules. And again, like as I mentioned, eShop is an all-in-one solution, so you get all this in one package. So it's based on what you need. You can purchase that package or that module. So B2B Commerce, so this is primarily for anybody who is looking for their wholesale or dealer customers to have access to your website. Go online, check their orders, check their prices, inventory, look at their customer statements, balances, and anything related to their account management, like credit memos, payments, paying the invoices. All this can be done using the B2B Commerce. And the B2C Commerce, primarily for your retail customers who is not already your customer. They can go to the website, they can browse through the site, and then they can basically place orders. And when they place orders, that will go straight into NAV. We also offer Sales Portal. This is primarily for your internal or external salespeople, or even for your customer service users who wanted to basically go online and manage their customer accounts, place orders in behalf of the customer, or check their customer statements or customer order histories. All that can be managed on the eShop by a salesperson. And this is useful, again, if they don't have access to NAV, if they are on road, or if they are on at a trade show, wanted to quickly take an order for a customer. This is perfect solution. And we also offer Supplier Vendor Portal. So Supplier Vendor Portal is primarily for the vendors if they wanted to log into the portal and check their purchase orders or purchase invoices or update the purchase code. So this works perfect if you are doing a lot of RFQs where you can send out RFQs to multiple vendors. They can respond directly from the portal instead of like emails and stuff. Mobile commerce, again, like these days, everything is mobile. So if any of the sites that we provide is a responsive sites, what that means is basically it doesn't matter where the customer is logged in to the website, it will automatically adjust to that screen size. Like if they are logging from iPhone, iPad, or any other devices, it will accommodate that screen sizes. So for any e-commerce or customer portal solution, some of the key components that are backbone are like credit card or payment processing. Basically, we support credit cards, PayPal, and cash on delivery or terms customers. And we have integration to the charge logic if your customer is already using charge logic. So we have integration to charge logic and SimQuest credit cards. And we have integration to authorize.net direct connections. When it comes to the shipping providers, we have real-time integration to the FedEx, UPS, USPS, and also if you have something in NAV, we can pull that directly during the checkout process, as well as the customer can maintain the shipping rates based on the volume or based on the dimensions and the total dollar value in the back end. So if you don't want it to use the real-time integration. And the catalog and price management, basically, as I mentioned earlier, the prices and inventories are only managed in NAV. And when it comes to the products, all the products and catalog is created in NAV and enabled to the website. Only the pictures, anything content related like images, the videos, long descriptions, specifications, upsell, cross-sell items, those are managed in the eShop content management system. So eShop comes with a full content management system where you can build a lot of content related stuff directly on the website. And the taxes, all the taxes are maintained in NAV. If you don't have anything maintained in NAV, but you're using Avalara or CCH, we have real-time integration to those where we directly pull the taxes during the checkout process. And when it comes to the My Account section or the order management, especially when it comes to the B2B scenario, we pull everything from NAV. So all the orders, all the invoices, credit memos comes from NAV. So it doesn't matter where the order is created, whether it's created in NAV or came from the EDI or it's coming from the website. At the end of the day or right away when the customer logs in, he can see all the orders that are in NAV. So let's say if we implement eShop today and you have 5 years of history, then when customer logs in, he can immediately he can browse all the 5 years historical data without needing of syncing or any batch processing. And the email management, we offer the email triggers based on the order confirmation, based on new customer registration, and when this order is shipped from NAV, a email is sent out to the customer and to the store owner. So again, like this is configurable. There are multiple triggers where we can generate the emails. Again, like this is just the technical architecture of NAV, and this is the tier that we connect to pull the data securely from NAV. And these are some of our customers. Okay, so this is all I want to show from the PowerPoint presentations. I'll jump into the product demonstration. really quick. Let me close this and I'll get the actual solution. So again, like here is the e-commerce front end. So one thing I wanted to mention, the look and feel is completely configurable or customizable by users. And we do offer multiple templates. So to begin with, if you wanted to go with one of the templates we offer, you can just take that template and you can modify that, or you can just use that template. But if you have different designs that you wanted to incorporate, and if you have them in any Photoshop or HTML formats, we can take that and incorporate that designs into the website. So right now I'm using one of our demo templates, and I'll go through key elements that shows up on the home page and different pages, but the look and feel is completely configurable. So right now I'm showing you on the home screen. Right now I'm not logged in, so if a B2C customer goes to your website, it will be an open site. They can browse through the website. And when it comes to accessing products and stuff, so here, this is one way we represented like the category structure, like where you have the category name and the image and the subcategories. So these can be in a different view. So right now I'm showing with the image. If you don't want with the image, then we can have just with a list of categories, or we can list all the categories on the top. So this configuration is in the back end. We just need to just change how you want it to show the category view. And we also support brands. Brands are nothing but the manufacturers. So if you have a different brand products, then you can list that there so the customer can browse through the brands or the manufacturers. So all these menu items here, like these can be specific to your business. If you have different highlighting menus items that you wanted to show, we can just add those menu items from the back end. And the banners. So these banners are configured from the back end. So as a user, you can specify different banners and you can specify them to run on a schedule. So 1 week you have this banner, 1 week a different banner. So all these banners are configurable. And one good thing about these banners, or you can display these banners anywhere on the website. So if you want a banner specific to each category, you can display that. If you have a sale banner going on for a particular product or a particular product group, then you can just list that banner on that particular page, and you can display different banners based on the login. So if you have different customers, you want a specific banner for each customer, you can specify that in the back end, like different conditions. And when it comes to the featured categories, these categories all are configured from the back end. So you can just check box and that will show up in on the home page. And featured product, same thing. You can just highlight or check any item that you wanted to show on the back end that will show up on the home page. So you can have like different types of featured products based on that week or that month, whatever criteria you have. And also, like, we can give like a sections on the home page where you can control what you wanted to show there. Like if you wanted to give some company description, or if you have some different promotion going on, you want to put some pictures or images or videos on the home page, then you can just display that from the back end. So there is like just like a word editor where you can put your own words and images that will show up on the home page. So we support like news section, so you can set up like news in the back end and that will show up on the home page, or you can have a different menu for the news and the events. And the sale items, or these are like, we call that as a carousel, J carousel. That's nothing but like a scrolling images on the home page. And you can have different types of scrolling images, like sale items, maybe like specials for this month, a specific category sale items, you can have like different rows of different items that are you wanted to highlight on the home page. We do support like newsletter subscribers. So if you want your customers to subscribe to a newsletter, they can just subscribe, and you can send out like marketing emails to the customers. So we provide the engine to send the marketing emails in a mass way. And there is integration to social media. So if you wanted to put like social media integrations, we do support that. And the footer, so this is also configurable from the backend. So if you wanted to add different footer information, you can change that. So that's with the home page. And quickly, I wanted to change this view into a mobile view. So let's say if you logged in from a mobile, so I just wanted to change the size of the screen. So you can see as I change the size of the screen, my website view is automatically adjusted to that screen size. So now the menus are in a different view, so we can just like go and look at those. So at this point, let's say this is an iPhone size, but if you are viewing in a iPad, mini iPad, or a large iPad, then automatically these columns are adjusting to 2 columns because there is more space. So this is nothing but the responsive thing, and pretty much most of the websites today are built with this framework. And we do support chat. If you want to put the chat messages on the home page on the website, so you can put like a chat window on the home page. And when it comes to the searching, so we do support full text search and search by based on the keyword. It automatically pulls up all the matches. So that's a neat feature where you don't need to type the whole thing, and it automatically pulls up based on as you type. So let me jump into one of the categories here. I wanted to show how the products will be displayed. And then I'm jumping into sale items here, and on the left side you'll see the filtering capability. So we do support full filtering capability based on the list of products that's showing with their specifications or variant options. So if there are any attributes that they find on that product, that will show up as a specification and a filter. So let's say I wanted to see this dial color black, then it will show only items that have a specification called dial color, and that is black. So that's how the filters automatically built up based on that attributes and specifications. So let's take this particular item example. So this WDR watch, and I'll jump into this product details page. And a couple of key things that I wanted to highlight when we are on this particular details page or on the item page is the stock numbers and the prices. So I wanted to show how these are pulled from NAV. And let's take this item number, and I want to jump into NAV at this point. So before I go further into that product, I wanted to mention when we implement eShop on your database, you'll get a new menu item for eShop. And there are only few objects that are modified in NAV. So that's one of the key things that I wanted to stress is when you install eShop, there are only 8 objects that are modified in the core NAV. So that makes it very light footprint on your NAV. So for future upgrades, it's just a couple of hours work to get into the new version. So here is the items list. I wanted to pick that particular watch item that I was showing on the website. So here is that item, And on the item card, the quantities. So when it comes to the inventory, we are real-time pulling the inventory based on the NAV availability logic. So if there is basically quantity on hand 196, quantity on sales order is 124, and if there are any other incoming purchase orders or production orders, those can be also considered with the standard NAV, right? So the quantity is showing based on what NAV is saying. So if somebody is placing an order on the website, then it immediately decrements that quantity. So we'll see that. But if you don't want it to show the quantity numbers, we can always hide that and just show in stock, out of stock. And if you wanted to show multiple locations, if you have 3 or 4 warehouses, then we can display different warehouse quantities there. And when it comes to the prices, so let's look at the price. So right now it says 285, but scratch a strike with a 280. So let's see. So the 285 is coming from your list price. That's your MSRP. And when it comes to the sales prices, so we use standard NAV sales prices, tables, and the logic to pull the prices. So here you can see, like for all customers, we are saying it's 280, and for this specific customer, it's 260. And so let's say if I change this to 275 in NAV, so I'm going to change from 280 to 275 for all customers. So right now I'm not logged in, so it's considered as a B2C all customer view, and you can immediately see the price has been adjusted to 275. So the prices will always be synced because we are pulling from NAV directly. So if there are any specific customer prices, like let's say right now I'm not logged in, but I wanted to log in as a particular customer. Let me log in with this login ID, which is tied to 10,000 customer in NAV. I'll show in a second where that is tied. So here now the price is 260. And let's jump into NAV, and you'll see that for this particular customer, 10,000 customer, the price is 260. So that's how it knows based on my login what prices to pull, and NAV is dictating that price logic. So let's say you have customization done to your price logic, then website will automatically pick up those changes or customizations because we are using standard NAV for pulling the prices. And we do support the line discount. So if you have line discount specified, then those will also show up on the on the website. So for this particular item, I have some item discount group, like 10% discount or something for particular customer group. Then we will display that discounts on the website. So when I add this item to the cart, you'll see that there is a 10% discount for this particular item. So we'll see in a second. But before we jump into the website, I wanted to show how that user was tied to 10,000 customers. So all the users are maintained in NAV. So whenever you wanted to give a user access to your customer, especially in the B2B scenario, all your customers are created in NAV and all the users are assigned to that customers in NAV. So right now I logged in as this particular user, and this user is tied to 10,000 customers. So that's how the website knows what prices to pull. And you can have multiple logins associated to the same customer. So you can have multi-logins for one customer. And we do support the salesperson login. I will be demonstrating a scenario on that one. But let's go back to the website at this point. So right now I logged in as that Naveen at dynamicseshop.com, and that user is tied to 10,000. So a couple of other things when it comes to the product descriptions. So here is the overview of the product. So this is the long description, and all this long description is managed in the content management system. And particularly when it comes to the formatting, and if it's like more than 1,000 or 250 characters, we recommend using an eShop content management system, so you can have the capability of adding formats, images, and the videos or any spec sheets that you wanted to give. So this is the long description, and we do support like different tabs where you can put different related information about that product, features, setting instructions, and if you have any downloads, you can just put like PDF documents. And when it comes to the specification, so this is where it lists all the attributes of the product, and this can also be filters on the left side. We do support reviews, so customer can write their reviews and stuff. And the customer who bought, so this is automatically suggested by the system, like these are the customers who bought this product along with that, and related products, so you can manage this. So quickly I wanted to show you how all this content is managed. So if I jump into the content management, so this is the back end of the website, so where the administrators can go and view or change things what you wanted to show on the website. So let me jump into that particular product, and I wanted to show how this particular item is set up in the back end. So here is the product. So whenever always the products are added in NAV, and from NAV there is a check mark on the item card where you can specify to make it available on the website. So when you add a new product in the NAV, there is a new tab which says like eShop enabled and which category you wanted to display it to. So once you check this field, it will show up in the backend, and you can access that backend right from here. So I can just directly go to that screen that I'm showing you right from the item card. But anyway, here this is where you can manage the descriptions. You can put long descriptions as well as any content related videos, images, or links onto that description section. And we support SEO, so you can have like SEO keywords specified, or titles specified for your Google search engine optimization. Pictures, so this is where you can upload multiple pictures. So if you have like multiple pictures, you can upload it here. Category mapping, so each item can be listed in multiple categories. So this is where you can manage all the categories that you wanted to list that. And again, like you can tie this right from NAV, so you can manage this also from NAV. Manufacturer, so this is where you can list the brands. Specifications, so if you wanted to add any attribute or spec to that particular item that I was showing in one of the tabs, this is where you manage that. You can add this. Again, like these are also managed from the NAV. And the product attributes, so if you have like a variant item like color, size, all those product attributes can be managed from the NAV, and that will list here. I'll show you a few examples, all the items that we support. And here you can support like related items, cross-sell items. So these are all what shows up on that product page or during the checkout pages. So there are a bunch of things that are available for a product. So the tabs, so this is where you can set up different tabs on the website. So each item can have its own tab, or for a particular category, you can have a different tab. So when it comes to the products itself, like right now you're looking at a simple product that is with no variants or anything like that. So if I jump into a different type of item, so I wanted to show a variant item. I know in NAV you can set different variants, and in NAV it supports only one variant, but we added a module where you can do like a multi drop downs, and that will tie to one of the variant in NAV. So let's take this particular item, and if I jump into that item, so you'll see on this t-shirt item, we added a layer for variation. So this is where you can define what all drop downs you want, like gender, size, color, and what values you want. And once you specify this, and you can build the variants, and it automatically creates the variant structure with those combinations. And that's how website knows when somebody picks up this combination what variant to pick. So we support full variants, and we also support the specifications right from NAV. So here you can add like different attributes for the product. So this is a different module added into the NAV system. We also support multi-unit of measures. So if you have multiple unit of measures, then you can specify which unit of measure you wanted to show on the website. And we also support kit items. So if you jump into one of the item I have here as a configurator item, so we do support configuration, and this is tied to your bill of materials in NAV. So it automatically builds a assembly order when somebody places an order on this particular item. So let's jump into NAV, look at this particular item. So this item I have bill of materials setup. So if you look at my assembly BOM, so there are kit items that are specified, and those are grouped together. So this group will have one drop down, option group, this will have one drop down. So we've basically covered all the types of item, like simple item, like a basic item, a multi-unit of measure item, multiple variant item, and the kit items. All those are supported on the website, and those are tied to your standard NAV features. And when it comes to the placing of orders, let's take this particular item and run through the order process. So let me add this item to the cart. So here is the shopping cart, and again on the shopping cart, the prices, and you can see the 10% discount that I showed earlier is basically showed up based on that customer and the item discount group. So if there is no discount group, then it will not show. So we support the line discounts, your standard NAV prices, and if there are any invoice discounts that are set up on the customer card, those are also shown on the website. So at this point, eShop covers pretty much all the pricing and discounts feature NAV offers. So you can fully utilize NAV to set up all that prices and discounts, and eShop without any customization, you can just use them. On top of that standard NAV promotion features, we added a coupon layer. So basically, this will allow you to set up coupons in NAV, and you can use those coupon structure in NAV, like buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one 50% off coupons. So all those coupons can be set up in NAV and can be used on the website or directly in NAV. And the gift card, so we support gift cards. So customer can buy a gift card, or store owner can issue a gift card, and the eShop will track those from the back end, how much is left on each gift card. And eShop supports the rate shop. The rates are pulled from the back end or real time from the UPS or the FedEx website. And this is where you can see the rate shop prices. And when it comes to shipping and taxes, taxes are actually calculated directly from NAV. So if you have the NAV setup tables for taxes, it pulls from there. So let me hit a checkout on this one. And the ship to addresses are pulled from NAV ship to address table. So for the B2B customers, if they have multiple ship to addresses, all those are maintained in the ship to address table. And customer can also enter new addresses. So when they enter new address, it will create a new ship to address in the backend. So same thing with the bill to customer address. So we pull directly from NAV. And here is where the customer can select the ship to methods. And these methods are configurable from the backend. So right now I logged in as a B2B customer, so I can see different payment methods. So I have like PayPal, purchase order, credit card, or check. So when I log in as a B2C customer, I'll not have all that options. So as a B2B customer, I'll just pick this a purchase order, and I'll just do so once I confirm the order, it creates an order in NAV, and you get the order number straight from NAV. So there is no separate web order and no linking of the standard NAV order and web order. So if I take this particular order number, let's jump into sales orders. So we are looking at the standard sales order screen, your standard NAV sales order. So it goes straight into your standard NAV sales order. There is a check mark for web order. So that's how you know that this order came from the web. And here is the PO number that we entered. And you can see the line items that we picked on the website, and the B2B price that was listed on the website, and the 10% discount that I have on the website. And it also created a shipping charge for the shipping amount that has been listed on the website. So there are other fields that can be captured. So who placed the order, how they placed it, ship via, all that information comes into NAV. So let's say now I wanted to update something in NAV. So let's, as a customer, as a user in NAV, I wanted to update this particular item numbers, and I wanted to do like package tracking numbers. And once I close this, or once I jump into my order details as a customer, I can immediately see the updated prices, the tracking information. So this screen is actually looking at your NAV sales order. So whatever is happening, if there are any partial shipments or if there is any updates to the order, it will list on the website. The customer can also do reorders if they have repeat orders. And when I jump into my account section, this is where I can see all my information as a user. I also can see my balances, and this balance is coming straight from your customer card, and the customer can also view all the transactions on their account, like invoices, credit memos, payments, whatever is on their account, and the remaining amount on the invoices, and they can pay the invoice from the website. And we do support to list all the shipping address. Customer can look at that or view or add them, open orders, closed orders. All these are standard NAV orders. So one key thing with the closed orders, if they have historical data like from 5 years, then on the closed orders, they can also see all those historical data. And the reports. So this is one thing I like as a B2B customer. If you wanted to give access to any NAV report, I can just basically create a report in NAV, or if the report already exists in NAV, then you can just give them access to that particular report. And all we are doing is just executing that NAV report, and here they can see the standard NAV invoice report. So you can literally give any report access to the customer. So customer statements or invoices or service orders or anything that you have in NAV can be displayed. So here is my statement from NAV. So this is all filtered based on the customer who logged in. And the B2B customers can also manage their own logins or users. So if they wanted to add more users, they can add users to the system, and their internal people can have access to the website. And when it comes to the purchase orders, purchasing invoices, again, like I'll jump this one more like a vendor portal side. So when a vendor logs in, he can see his purchase orders and purchase invoices. So this is more on the vendor portal side. Again, like I'm listing everything here, but based on the login, you can control what he will see. If a vendor logs in, he will see only purchase orders and sales orders related to them. So that's with a B2B customer. Let's say if I'm a brand new customer and I wanted to place an order on your website, I can register. And when I register, it will create an account in NAV. So So basically, I'm just creating an account on the website. Once I register, it creates an eShop user and a web customer in NAV. And at this point, I can literally place an order, and I'll show what happens when I place an order with this new registration customer. So let me add some products and run through a checkout process for this particular customer. Add this, and you can see that quantity was decremented earlier. So here is a B2C customer who just registered and placing an order, and you'll see the ship to address is whatever I entered on the registration. Will be same. And the key difference you'll see in a B2C customer scenario is like you'll see different payment methods. So you will not give them like the credit of the terms or check options because you wanted to capture the funds right away. So we're going to use okay. That's my dummy card. And once I place an order, let's look at what happens in NAV. So here is the order number again coming from NAV. Take this particular order number, goes to sales orders. So you can see that there is new sales order created and also a new web customer is created. So if I jump into my customer, so this is the new customer that we just registered online, and it says like a B2C customer. So pretty much with the B2C scenario, you have to do nothing when it comes to registration, come to the place orders. All that are happening in the real-time fashion, and that user is also maintained in NAV eShop user table. So for instance, if you want to change the password or anything, you can just go here and update that. And he also have access to all the information except like you don't have balance and transactions because they are always paid. And let me log in as a salesperson. So if I log in as a salesperson, you'll see that on the top I have a option to select my customers. So basically at this point I can select my customer, and my site will act as if that customer is logged in. You can see the 10,000 customer prices. If I pick a different customer, then it will be a different price. So basically at this point, the customer, the salesperson can browse for all their customers. If they have like a lot of customers, they can search their own customers. They can go to their My Account section, and they can view their customer orders, invoices, everything related to that customer. So it basically acts as if that customer is logged in, but the salesperson can view all that information. The salesperson will also have access to his reports, like his sales commission reports, his stat reports, all those related to his customers. So that's with that salesperson. And when I logged in as a purchase order, so like I wanted to jump here, I logged in as a vendor here, and I can see my purchase orders and purchase quotes. So when I log in with vendor, I can view my quotes, and I can also add information to the quote. So like, let's say if this is a RFQ that you send to the vendor, then the vendor can add quotes, or he can add his cost for that item, and when he can ship it. So all that information is also editable by the vendor, and once it's converted, it becomes an order, and on the order also he can view that information. So the vendor can basically manage their purchase order prices and the receipt dates on that particular item on that particular purchase order. So let me jump back quickly onto the back end. So from the back end, so there are like different widgets or different pages that the customer can build. So if you wanted to build your own marketing website, so you can use eShop to just have marketing site as well as the shopping cart site. So you can build like different pages, custom pages, and it will create a page on the website. So anything like if you wanted to create a landing page or a home page, then you can just create a new page, and that will add, you can put your content here, and it will create a new URL for you. So basically you can create unlimited pages. And this is where you can also add like Google Analytics, Live Person, all that plugins that we offer. There are a lot of other plugins that can be readily used. So at this point, like I can just end the demo, and I wanted to quickly talk about few things when it comes to the quick questions like most of the customers ask. Is like a couple of main questions customers do ask us is, can we use only one module, or do we need to buy all the modules? So we do offer it as a different module. So customer can just buy B2B module now, but later if they wanted to purchase B2C module, then they can add B2C module later on. But because it's all in one solution, it becomes very easy to implement different modules at different phases. And also customers ask, like, do we support multi-store? Yes, we do support multiple stores. So you can have multiple websites connected to the same NAV company, or you can connect it to multiple companies in NAV. And we do get questions like how does the integration to social media happen? So we have different plugins, integration to Facebook and Google, through the shopping, Amazon and eBay integrations. So you can set up the multi-channel sales, and all those can come into NAV. And we do support the a chart. So if you wanted to do any chart integrations, if you have live person or other charts, those can be integrated. And we always get the question of search engine optimizations. So as I showed earlier, for each product, you can set up your own keywords and titles. So that way, like you can submit the SEO XML to the Google or other search engines that will be indexed. So we support full SEO capabilities. And there are different elements when it comes to the analytics. We always recommend using the Google Analytics, and we have integration to the standard web analyticals as well as the eCommerce analyticals on the Google, where you can do all your analysis, because we are using standard Google's engine for providing that. So those are pretty much most of the questions we get. I'm sure there are like a lot of specific questions each customer has, but again, like we are here to provide that information. If you guys have any questions, you can email us or you can contact Abby, and we can get those questions answered. So I think at this point, I would like to end this session. And Abby, do you have any other questions?
No, Naveen, we haven't had any questions come in. It sounds like everybody understands. You've explained yourself so very well.
Okay, great. Again, thanks for the opportunity, Abby, and we are looking forward to see if you get any questions, or if you need further live demonstrations specific to one of customers, we can obviously arrange that.
Great. Thank you, Naveen. And we look forward to seeing everybody on our next webinar.
Thank you.